Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and today I want to talk about Transformers Rise of the Beast. So, Wednesday night, I went to go watch the movie, and this video is basically my initial thoughts about what I think about the movie, and then how it fits within the rest of the movie franchise. Just right off the bat, I want to give my ranking and what I basically rate this movie. So in terms of the rest of the franchise, Transformers specifically, I would say this has to be one of my favorite. It's definitely a good movie, and I enjoyed it, and I had a lot of fun. I think for me, it's pretty much on par with Dark of the Moon, although I won't get too much into details, but I do prefer the ending of Dark of the Moon, that final battle in Chicago, a lot more than the final battle of this movie. I feel like this movie could have been a little bit more grand and explosive, not in the literal sense, but just, a little bit, it could have had a little bit more impact for the final battle. And I feel like I didn't get a satisfactory conclusion, although it does conclude in an okay manner. I thought it was pretty cool, but I thought it was also very convenient and very generic. I thought Dark of the Moon was really cool. I like what they did with the ending battle in Chicago, and I thought they did that a lot better than what they did here. It was still a really fun final battle sequence. I just felt like if I'm comparing it to the other movies, I definitely think that Dark of the Moon just has the edge at the very end. But in terms of everything else, I think it's still on par, if not better, in terms of the characters. I think they did the characters a lot of justice, and I really liked all of them. I liked the human characters like Anthony Ramos, Noah. I like Elena. I thought they were a great addition, and I didn't feel like they held back the story in any way. And I felt like they had a lot of good chemistry and back and forth with the Transformers, and that's always good to hear. And then it's also good to see that this movie has a lot more Transformers. They're on screen for a lot longer, and you get a lot more of their characters and personalities on screen, and that's really fun. And I enjoyed that very much. I would rate it probably a 7 or a 7.5. I don't think it did anything groundbreaking or anything awe-inspiring. I thought it was just good. It was just a good movie. It was a lot of fun, and it's a good summer blockbuster popcorn flick. I'd consider it taking it to an 8, but I feel like there's a few points that detract from it that really get it pushed up to there. But yes, the visuals looked great. Transformers visuals always really look great, and I know there's a different VFX studio that took over for this movie. It wasn't ILM now. I believe it was MPC or something like that. It was the people that did the Lion King CGI, and then Weta Digital also came in to do some cleanup at the very end. But I still thought the visuals looked great. Nothing really stood out to me as looking bad. I know a lot of stuff came out during the promotional for the trailers and the TV spots that kind of looked off, but I felt like they really polished a lot of it for the final cut, and I kind of figured that was going to be the case because it's happened in the past where CGI and trailers didn't look finished, but then they actually looked finished in the actual movie. So that was actually good to see. The music was great. I really like the music. You can hear a lot of the inspiration from Steve Jablonsky in the background, but also the new composer kind of putting his twist and his own style into it. But it's still fair. It still felt very epic, and it felt like it really suited the story that was happening in the movie. And then speaking of the story felt really simple, and I felt like it was simple enough to follow along. It wasn't anything, again, groundbreaking or anything spectacular. It was just simple enough to follow along and then just have fun with the characters while you're kind of following them. Yeah, those are my initial thoughts. I mean, I thought the movie was great. I'm going to go back and rewatch it a few more times. I'm going to watch it tomorrow, and then I'm probably going to do a more in-depth spoiler review because I kind of wanted to keep this video short and simple since it's just my initial thoughts and reactions to watching the movie for the first time. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and also let me know what you guys think about my Transformers collection. I don't really think I showed it off, but if you guys are interested in a collection video, just let me know down in the comments. And also, come on, you gotta admit, this is pretty cool. This is probably one of the coolest popcorn buckets that they've ever made. This is really cool.